Now it's time to use the possibilities of your body you explored the previous drill for actual combat application, fighting application. When you are on side control, when you're on top position, basically the biggest threat is the pushing ability of your opponent. That means when you are on the top of him, some people grab you, but basically grabbing is not that efficient in terms of escaping from this position. It's much more efficient to push and use your hips to create space, push with your arms, and then go for the guard or going on your knees or whatever. So the biggest threat you face in the beginning is the arms of your opponent. And what we do with the next drill is we're using our ability with the body to deflect the pushes of your partner. That means your partner is pushing you not necessarily in the same way he's doing it in fighting, because you never know who you are fighting. So the most important thing here is your partner is giving you variety. That means he's pushing your chest, pushing your shoulder, pushing your head, pushing your hips, whatever. You never know what someone is doing. So as more variety he is giving to you, as more you can educate your body. So he's pushing me and I'm using my body only. Or I would say 90% I would use the body to deflect his pushes. He's not going all out. I'm not going all out because it's important to keep a relaxed state. When you train this and you feel that your partner is pushing you in a way that you have to react with 100% speed and power, stop the game, tell your partner, go slower. Because the learning is, you learn through playing. And playing is only possible if there's not too much pressure involved in the game. If there's too much pressure, it's not playing, it's fighting, and you do what you know best. It's no problem to do what you know best, but learning is not doing what you know best, but exploring new possibilities. Failing, trying, exploring, and all that only happens when you are able to play in a very relaxed state. That's why it's important to always go 50–60% while doing this. There's nothing wrong with sparring, but sparring has its place, and learning and playing has its place too. So that's what I say. Don't go too fast in the drill. It's important that your opponent gives you, your partner gives you variety, and you are also react with a variety of motions. Don't do what you know best, because that's what you already know. There's no need to do that. Try to play, try to feel, try to see what happens if you move your body. So the drill is not about the outcome, but about the joy and the eagerness to explore things in the moment, in the now. That's what I think is the most important part here in most of the drills we do today. So I'll show you what I mean. He's down, he has his position, his sidearm position, and my job is to just move away from his arms. Typically what you would use is, some people, you are here, he's pushing, and you go, oh, push this way, push this one. You're using your hand. As soon as he's pushing, oh, you control with your hands. That's okay, but basically your body can do the job alone. And if you use your hands for everything, your hands are not free for punching, not free for choking, not free for keeping the balance if you fall. So the hands can do much more things if they are free, instead when you hold the guy for the whole time. You can do this for judo or wrestling when you have to hold someone for a certain period of time. But in a fight where it's come to submission or finishing the fight with punches or whatever, you need to be open, you need to be free, and you need to be able to improvise. That's why you need arms for different tasks. So I'll show you what I mean. Body has to do the work, mostly. So we're here, he's pushing, and I'm using my body weight just to see. I'm not using too much. You can switch. But see, mostly it's, you can see my core is working. And I'm not doing anything, I'm just staying on top. It's not about controlling him, it's just about staying. You see, for example, when he's pushing me, when he's coming up with his arm, pushing me to my heel, I'm switching, if you feel it, come up and go back. It's always about seeing where to put, see where you can put your weight. And it all comes from the core. You see, I'm only moving with my, you see he's pushing me here, I can use my body, like my hip, and kill his arm in some way, but I'm killing this later. But you see, always using, always using the core. Same movements as you did before. So you're here, basically use your body. You see, I'm feeling, looking. Always use, my hands are out for balance, but my weight is on him. It's not like this. You see, I'm not trying to hold him, you know. It's more about using body weight. Yeah? My body, the first drill, the heaviness is on my opponent. So I'm using my arms just to keep myself in balance, but my body to make things back for him. Watch again. And I'm not trying to do anything specific rather than staying on top. You can see that's the first stage. It's just being on top, deflecting his pushes without any strategically goal behind it. So I'm not trying to attack, I'm not trying to kill his posture, I'm not trying to create pressure by twisting him. That all comes later, you know? Keep that progression in mind. The first step, drill number one, roll around your opponent. Step number two, what we are doing now. He's pushing, you just stay on top. You don't do anything, you just stay on top, float like a water bag, and keep your position by movement of the body, and especially by three-dimensional movement of the core. Step number three. First, we were educating the body without any resistance. Now, second step was you were trying to deflect the pushes of your opponent. Step number three is a strategically part of the game. Like I said, the arms are the most dangerous threat you can face from someone who is under you. So, what I want to show you now is the concept of killing posture or killing the arms. That means when you have your arms, when your opponent has his arms in front of his body in this direction, it's all strong. If his arms are over his shoulder line, if his arms go higher, if his arms cross, or if arms are like this, he's very much has no chance of pushing. Think about bench press, for example. You're strong if you're here or here, it's okay, but how strong if you are like this? How strong you are if you are like this? You see, you're not very strong. Or if you are like this, you know, you're not very, very strong. So the goal is, the idea is to always kill the arms and the posture of your opponent. You may, if you are an advanced Jiu Jitsu practitioner, you know that. You know killing the arms, you know how to use your hips and stuff. But honestly, especially no-gi, it's very difficult to kill someone's arms without using your weight. I'll show you what I mean. Here. So, this way. You see, for example, the typical posture on the hip, this one. If the typical movement would be, I'm here, I'm grabbing, I'm pulling up, I'm going high, I'm switching. Typical Jiu-Jitsu move. It's okay, but honestly, if you have a strong guy who has a strong arm, he's tied to his body, it's very difficult to pull up and come up with the arm. So for me, it's very difficult to do that with a conscious idea. When I do this, when I'm killing arms, I never have the conscious idea about what I'm doing. And I'm not here to show you 15 or 20 different techniques to kill the arm. I'm sure there are millions of techniques. But I'm not here to show you these techniques. I'm showing you the principle behind the idea of killing the arm. And if your body is able to be free and do the work with the drills and the movement we did in the beginning, then you have your goal accomplished. So you're not killing the arm by technically applying technique A, B, C, and D, but you're killing the arm by feeling with the body and using your weight and your motion and your flow of movement to kill the arms in many, many different ways. What I show you now, I try to do it at a very slow pace, but I don't know what I will do. You see, I will kill his arms in many different ways. And I try to slow down to show you where you can kill and what you can do. But basically, it's a free flow of movement. Very simple reason. If you fight someone, you have tall guys, you have small guys. You have big guys, you have slim guys. You have aggressive guys, you have passive guys. You have guys who play jiu-jitsu, you have guys who play wrestling or sambo or judo. You never know what happens. And especially human beings, we have so many different positions in our body. You cannot simulate all the circumstances. And I think most circumstances happens just one time and then they're gone. So it's always good to have techniques as ideas, but techniques are never the landscape. They're only a map. They're only a picture from the landscape. The landscape is always different. The landscape is always real. And I want to give you the ability for the body to feel what's going on and to use your feeling, your flow of motion, and your body weight to kill his arms in all possible ways. Okay, sure. We're starting, I'm just moving, I'm just trying to feel what we can do. See, I'm here, I'm coming up here, I'm working. See, I'm always moving, see here, step. I use my arms a little bit, but just not in a big way. Mostly it's body. So he's moving, he's pushing, we're working. It's always good to play with the body. The body is doing the main job. It's not, I'm not holding, and now he's pushing, and I'm working. That's not what I'm doing. It's mostly feeling. You see, I'm trying to slow it down. So I'm here, he's pushing me, I bring my weight up. See this arm, maybe, you see, maybe I've killed his arm, can go for some lock. I'm here, he's pushing me, he's moving, I use my chin, slip up, pressure. Feel like a water bag. There's another concept which I would add too, but you're always using, you see, always using body like a snake. Most important thing is breathing, never stop, straight spine, movement from the core. Show you again. You know, here he's pushing. I'm using my core. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing with that gear. Just playing with that gear of movement. Whatever he's doing. I'm not gonna kill his arms, you see. I'm not focused on killing. I'm just playing with him. Let him out a little bit. Step. Push. Straight spine.